I had Hadley on February the 1st. That morning I woke up and my back was hurting me pretty bad, and so we went to Huntsville to the hospital, and I was only 25 weeks at the time. Of course, I never dreamed she would be here by that afternoon. But by the time we got to the hospital at Huntsville, I was already dilated to 4. And so, of course, they started giving me the steroid shots and all that stuff, and they laid me flat and almost turned me on my head, as I would say, to try to keep me from having her. But she was here by that afternoon at 1:28, and she weighed a pound and 6 ounces.
When she was born, we had took my wedding ring. Her little hands and arms were so small, we could take my ring and slide it all the way up to her shoulder, and there was still space around the ring. That's how tiny she was. She was a little bitty baby.
Yeah, and in the pictures, like Lance said, you can see the ring all the way up to her arm, but you don't really think about how small they are in the pictures, even though you know they're small. But then when you see the ring or something, that kind of brings things, I guess, into perspective, and you realize, oh my goodness.
It's just overwhelming to see a child that small. Very scary.
Whenever you leave the NICU, of course, they give you a book, and it talks about, the early intervention. And all the mothers that I talked to said, go ahead, call them immediately. That way, if she's behind on anything, they'll get you in, and you're familiar with all of them. And so I called, and then they contacted Stella, and after that, she called me back. So they've been coming about 6 months to see us. So, and we really, all of them, we've loved. But Hadley, I think it's been good for her because they've told us stuff, that we could do with her when she's playing, like when she was smaller, like her hands, to get her to bring them towards the front, just different stuff they've worked with us on that. UCP has been, wonderful, and I think it's helped her because it won't be long. She's about to set up now. So, and she's trying to get up on her all fours too. I think just the different stuff that they've, helped us with and told us to be able to do with her. I say once you get home, go on and call them. That way you're familiar with all of them and they all know you, because now we love Lucinda, we look forward to seeing her every month now. So, and everyone, like I said, that we've come in contact has just been wonderful from the start. So I think it's a great asset for the kids, that they have something like this. Of course, if we wouldn't have had Hadley, we would have never known that they did the early intervention stuff also. So I think that's a great help to parents. The very first time, of course, Hadley was still small. She hadn't really started holding her toys and passing them back and forth, and she showed us stuff to like set her up, when we were setting her up to help her be able to do that. And then the last time she was here, of course, like I said, Hadley's trying to set up now, and so she kind of lays on her side, so she kind of showed me, how to hold her leg and stuff when we're in the floor playing. That way Hadley can learn to set herself, up. It makes them stronger, the different, well, not really exercises, but I guess in their daily activities, when they're playing. When Hadley was born, she weighed a pound and 6 ounces, and she was 12 inches long, and we took her for her 1-year checkup, and she is 17 pounds and 27 inches long.